Let's get started with a quick tour of Prograds. I want to do that from the student page, the student perspective, because it's the core of the system, of course. So here's a made-up student. The student and the committee members and the department administrators can see this. And of course, other students and faculty members who aren't involved with this student can't see it. The student record begins with some information items at the top, including the stage in the program and the year and the supervisory, the committee memberships and stuff. And from there, we could go to a student profile and a student file list and a message system. But I'm just going to show you this main student page because it's where the student and the faculty will interact most. There are 7 things on the page, but the first thing you need to know is the department will have provisioned the program. In this case, it's a PhD, with milestones and requirements. Milestones are things that need to be done within a given stage of the program, and requirements are things that need to be done at some point, but not in any chronological order. So the currently working on is the first thing the student and the faculty members will see, and it's meant to be added to by the student. You can see there's no little plus here for the faculty member to add to this. The student will simply indicate what they're working on, and if you click into one of these, you can see that the student can add quite extensive notes and indicate if there's a timeline for this work. So I'll take that out, and now you can see that the working on goes chronologically left to right. So the most recent thing is over here, this archival work, but we can go back in the student's working history and just see what they've been up to, and that's very useful for that student-faculty interaction. The second thing over on the right is an events feed, and it's sort of a multi-purpose area to record anything really that the student does or has happened to that student other than these working on items. And so it's very flexible, and if we add one, we can choose from a type, and we have a number listed here already, and we may add more. Messages, awards, conferences, publications, internships, and even meeting notes can go here. And these are listed chronologically, but they can be searched. This feed will also pull in messages, which I won't show you at the moment, but on a separate screen there's a messaging system for the student and the committee members to share things that they want a record of, so it doesn't get lost in email threads. Below that are the main sort of academic progress indicators, and those are milestones and requirements, as I said. Basically, one is chronological within stages. In this case, you can see the milestones on the left are within stages that we've called for this example, admitted, coursework, comprehensive exams, and awaiting defense at the bottom. Those can't be added to because they're milestones that are set at the department level, but for a given student, notes can be added and completion dates and approval can be indicated. Requirements function pretty much the same way, and those also can be approved and completed by the faculty member or the director of graduate studies. At the bottom, we have employment funding and courses, and employment and funding are really the same type of thing. They're separated because funding will be fellowships and other support, financial support that isn't tied to a work expectation, and that's so the department can break those out later. Employment will indicate supervisors, dates and amounts, and funding will as well, but they're separate types of things. For each one, we can see that you can specify the start and the end date and the amount, and whether there's a faculty supervisor or a lab associated with it, and notes for the student and the faculty member and the administrators to just keep track of what's specific to that student for this funding event or item. On the right is a course listing. It's meant only for information. There are no grades, and it's not tied to an information to registration system. But it is useful for the faculty members to know what the students have taken, and also useful for writing reference letters. There we go. That's a quick tour of Prograds. It's the central page in the system is the student record, and above that, the faculty member has a dashboard of their students, and administrators have a full roll-up of all the students in the program and their stages and their progress.